Alright, next video is all about trimming. Alright, so a lot of times beginners will have a little bit of a dent or a ding or an uneven rim. You'll have something fishy going on up here at the rim, and you'll want to get rid of it before you commit to the form. Okay? There is a really good technique for doing this, and a lot of people screw it up. It's just like that hush the chicken technique that I showed you, except now we're going to put the needle tool on our thumb. You see that's like resting on my thumb like a little violin. And what we're going to do is we're going to push that slowly through until it hits our finger on the other side. Don't stab yourself with the needle. It's not necessary. But when you feel the needle tool, you're going to lift up, and that's actually going to trim the rim up for you. So I would recommend before you do anything that you wet the rim so your fingers can slide over it easily. And we'll just try to damage this a little bit. Okay, you can see that this rim is pretty ugly, it's pretty beat up, and we just want to get rid of it. We want it off there so we can get down to this nice, perfect clay that's underneath it. So spin the wheel slow and kind of make that more circular again. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pinch the form down. Don't try to trim way up here. Alright? Give yourself a little bit of room. Oh, it's not going to be 6 inches or 5 inches anymore. Well, you can always try to pull another wall. I know you're going to try to trim as little as possible, but trust me, I'll round up. Okay? How's that? You're going to rest it on your thumb, and you're going to slowly push through the clay. Slow, steady. I can feel it on my finger right now. The top is loose. All I have to do is lift. Okay? And that'll come off right in your fingers because the tool pushed through and then you lifted it up. Now I did it a little bit slow and it hit the rim. That's okay. Can we see now this nice even rim that happened because of that trim? Okay, that's what we want. We want to see that. So now it's just a matter of smoothing that out a little bit. I'll just run a sponge on there for a second. Hush chicken. Now there's no slip left on that rim. A lot of times beginners will also have rims that are entirely made of slip, like all the way down to here. They're just being so gentle with it that they don't realize it's made of slip, and then it falls off when it dries. So watch out for that. Now down here at the bottom, there's a good hunk of clay. That's usually where most of the clay hides. So there's another technique for that, and that is with this tool. You want to hold it like a pencil with the sharp edge facing away from you. I'm actually going to trim with the back of it. What you want to do is take and push this straight down at an angle. You know, you don't want to go so close to the edge that you're not really trimming anything. You don't want to go so severe that you undercut the whole form. Try to pick somewhere in the middle. Notice how I'm holding this with two. Believe me, I got a death grip on this thing. You're going to start up here and you're just going to push down until you hit the wheel. I could stay here all day, but I'm not going to. I'm going to pull back up. You can see that that took off a really good chunk of clay. All right? So now I'm going to change my grip. So I'm like this now. And I'm going to come in underneath that. Just a little bit. Don't go crazy. Then you're going to stop the wheel and as gentle as you can slice through that little bit of excess. And usually comes off a little neater. Give it a little spin again. I pushed it too far underneath and it rejoined with the clay on top. There we go. Let's try that. Okay. This nice ring of clay. All that is extra clay that you weren't going to bring up into the form anyway. So you may as well take it off now rather than when you have to flip it over and trim it. Okay? So that excess clay, garbage, goes away. And now we have less clay here and less clay here. And if you listen to less clay pool, you have less clay everywhere. Okay, that's a nice evenly trimmed pot. Now we're ready to go on to shaping the form. We got ribs, we got bellying out, collaring in, and we can do just about anything. This is just the beginning of this piece's journey. So next video is shaping the form.